Tshepiso, my brother.
Oh grand. Waba fitla at General Bayas finally.
Yeah, was it flop or Tomilo Mamelodi, non flop happy go some of the stations, more the ballot paper and a single feature almost an hour and then but like you don't have known difficultly mohunchi on a matapa more pitori.
So you made your at 7 o'clock. Did you make it at 7 o'clock?
Yeah, 7:15 and it's a vote then.
Was it ready?
The station was ready, and luckily we started off very early. We still on the queue. We were able to then get in and vote. It was quick in and out, and I'm encouraged by the number of people, Balor, that were also coming, because people were saying, irrespective of what happens, we're gonna stand in the queues because we want to vote and we are gonna vote.
General Bayas School, the biggest amongst the schools in Pretoria West, and in fact in Ward 60 is the one that pulls more numbers. DA has never won it. In 2021 you won it by just 10 votes. What gives you confidence that you'll bring back the numbers?
Well, I think what brings confidence is the sentiment from across South Africa, not just here in this particular area. South African people are saying they're tired. The South African people are saying we want change and we want it now. The South African people are saying we're tired of unemployment. The South African people are saying we are tired of infrastructure that is falling apart. The South African people are saying they are tired of not having good health system. South African people are saying they're tired of locking themselves in their houses, living like cattle, 5 o'clock. People of South Africa are saying that they are disappointed with the fact that you have more young people now that are unemployed than you've ever had before. So this is what the people of South Africa are saying. This is the people of this area. What are they saying? I mean, right now, before Spa, tell me how many young people you're gonna see. How many young people are in the same area? They have given their life into a life of drugs. That cannot be the situation going forward. And this is why we confident that the people will come out in their numbers and will make sure that they vote for that change and to rescue South Africa.
Okay, you have said in the past that Wiloba, the premier of Gauteng Kankani, even to those who hate you, please expand it further.
Well, look, I think people can hate, but the majority of the people of South Africa are saying genug is genug. Re ba file 30 years mahodu ba palletswe ba utswitse a ba lape go utswa and now ke nako re bantshe. I mean hona ya no go lebela list ya bona. You look at the list. The same people who are now also implicated in the state capture report, they are in the top 100. Well parliamenting. So do you believe these are the people that are seriously going to be fighting crime? They're seriously going to be fighting corruption. They're seriously going to bring change. The same people who are implicated in the state capture. But South Africa, let's wake up, let's think and rethink this thing and analyze. This is why I'm saying we want change, and we are not asking and we're not begging for it. We demand that change. And this is why we want people to come out in their numbers and make sure Arubusezema back to parliament, Arubusezema back into the legislature, because these are the people that have really taken this country backwards. We are not moving forward, we are moving backward. More and more people are becoming unemployed. More and more people are becoming now drawn into poverty. I mean, if you go and look at the stats, they're saying even those that are working now cannot even afford the basics because everything is just so expensive right now. Are we going to continue that way? And I'm saying no, that is not the way we should be.
So your party has went outside the borders of South Africa to come and request for people to come and observe these elections. What's your confidence level? I know MK has taken issues with a lot of electoral inaccuracies or misdemeanors with IEC. What's your confidence level for the past 2 days and including today?
Well, look, we one party that doesn't want to cast aspersions on your Chapter 9 institutions or any other institution that is supposed to be assisting the rollout of democracy or the working of government or playing oversight on it. And therefore, we don't want to then start casting aspersions about what the IEC is doing or not not doing. But what we're calling for is that when there's incidences, we get explanation, and they are able to then, respond to the queries as speedily as they possibly can. But we're also calling on the South African police services, because there are stations where we have heard rumors of intimidation and violence, rumored to be starting. We are saying the South African police must be the first to jump and make sure that they act on that. And when the IEC hears issues, they must also react and give feedback, not only to political parties but to the general public. Because what we have realized as well is that sometimes the problem is not happening at a national level or at a provincial level. It's happening at a station level. It's happening at a VD level. So this is why we are saying once those problems are picked up and they are reported to the IEC, we expect the IEC not to then say, well, we'll look at it, but we expect the IEC to respond in terms of dealing with it and actually then giving feedback to the political parties. Then we will know that at least we can trust that they are actually doing their work as they're supposed to.
Thank you very much. Let's talk about your competition. Rais Mzansi Ramokgopa, Ndlozi EFF. We're talking about Able Tau. We're talking about Skatseya. Ndlozi EFF. We're talking about the biggest one.
Yeah.
Panya Panya.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this, that man is all over. Udira di nasi Spani. What kind of challenge are you going to pose on him, and what's your confidence level amongst everyone? What do you think this is their weak point and this is your strong point?
Well, first of all, bale ba paletswe. Ba panya panya le baletse ba se yele bale. Ba paletswe se ba se khonneng ke utswa ba paletswe. Look at how many, I've said to you, look at how many people are now employed. Ba bolela ka Nasi Span. 2 years ago Nasi Span ne le kae? 6 months ago Nasi Span ne le kae?
Ba re ne bana le tshepo 1000, tshepo 500. The number they increase.
Let me tell you, go and ask how much they spend on the Tshepo 1 million. They spend over 700 million, and ask how many people were employed with the Tshepo 1 million project. Nobody was employed. So nobody was employed because they were chelete. So that is the truth. And then I want you to stations. Only the smaller parties who are just big on social media, who are just big on criticizing and wanting to attack the DA. On the ground, they are not there. Kisa station, where are they? Go and look at all the stations. You cannot win elections just purely on you criticizing the DA on social media. You go on the ground, you build structures on the ground, you campaign on the ground, you convince people on the ground. That's what we have been doing, and this is what we believe is going to hold us in good stead going forward. Now, we are not saying that people must not exercise their political right, but people must also ask, what are these small parties really bringing? Who are they going to be representing? Or are they just wanting to find 1-2 seats there and hopefully want to then use that to then negotiate for themselves, being finding themselves as ministers? We have seen somebody who are vote over 800, not even a video will vote for that person, but if go job speakers are cancelled. We can't have that. You now need to make sure that you have a constituency, you have a big constituency, because that's the only way that you can be held accountable. When you have people that voted for you, when you get to parliament, when you get to the legislature, you would know that if I fail, I'm disappointing the millions of people that have voted for me. You see, when you're representing your own target, PR allocation, proportional allocation, that can't happen. This is why we are saying we've been on the ground, we've put together a manifesto, we've put together a ready to govern document, we've been to meetings in communities, even including in this area, where we have been talking to people to then say, this is what we are proposing and this is what we're hoping that we should be able to then do for you when we get into office.
The ANC is using you as a poster boy of oppressing Africans, the poor of Tshwane. They say the POP was removed, so that is the indigenous policies, the rebates people were getting, and the free electricities and stuff in the city of Tshwane. They are using you as a measure of what will DA do once they come in. They are juxtaposing it as an example of what will happen should DA take over, because you have taken POP in the past, so it means you're going to take grants and the 350 and stuff. They are using it against you. What is it that you can tell your constituency regarding that thing? What's your defense?
Well, I can tell you right now, we didn't remove POP. What we did, and I'm glad that you were raising this, because Mahodu, we're selling the spots on the on the POP lists. You had people babanan the business, babanaling the shop, babanaling people who are renting in their houses, but then are also now claiming POP. They're claiming free electricity, they're claiming free water, yet they have people who are paying rent to them. We started cleaning those lists to then say those that are deserving, those that are really deserving must get POP and must actually then ensure that they are taken care of. In fact, we want to give more water, more electricity, but because there are people, but they are registered as POP beneficiaries. You can't have that situation. And where did we get that? We got that because when we got in here, we pulled all the list and we realized there are people they were milking the state, they were milking the system. Now, instead of Mahodu, they messed up with this program. POP. They want to then say, no, Msimanga has taken it away. No, we didn't take it away. In fact, we want to increase and we want to get the right beneficiaries onto this list. This is why we said the people must come so that we're able to verify their statuses. And now, because of their councillors who want to then hang on to power by hook or crook, the same people who sold the spots, they're supposed to be in the are the ones who are saying to the residents who no, this thing has been taken away. Nothing has been taken away. And I'm still challenging you. Go to the municipality right now. They will give you a list of the POPs. They will also, if you want to be registered and qualified to be registered, you will be registered and you will benefit. So, they can say all the nonsense that they want. We're not worried about them. What we're worried is about, what is happening to the state capture. What we're worried about is what is going to happen tomorrow or next week when, the blackouts start coming back. What we're worried about is the announcement that will come about the ending of the 350, because there's no more money for them to then be giving out these 350s. Cyril Ramaphosa is recorded on saying that they couldn't stop the 350s, before the elections, because that will be suicidal for them. But anybody who believes that these guys will then continue with this, it's not going to happen. They will cut these things, once they have been elected. Oscar Mabuyane says, no, let's smile at everybody right now. Let's smile at all the voters, but immediately after elections, let's go back to doing what we've been doing. So it means, everything that, they are promising is going to be turned into lies. You can actually, there's a video here, Oscar Mabuyane saying all these things. There's a recording here, Cyril Ramaphosa talking about, we can't do away with the 350s until after the election. So anybody who wants to then say Msimanga, will cut this, will cut that, is talking nonsense. In fact, must go and listen to the ANC's own wording in terms of this whole situation here.
When is load shedding coming back?
My brother can tell you right now. So anybody who thinks load shedding is a thing of the past must go and look at what the same government has done to NERSA. They've applied to NERSA for NERSA to allow them to go up to stage 16. Now, why would you apply that NERSA gives you authority to go up to stage 16 while you are saying on the other end that load shedding is not the
Premier in waiting of Gauteng? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.